Right, Abuja. Welcome to the program Citizen Sports, reaching you from 93.7 FM. A lovely, lovely Monday here in FCT with a weekend over. A lot of scintillating encounters over the weekend. Interesting results and fixtures over the weekend. And it was a good outing for Nigerian clubs, Nigerian club side in the continent. Yes, though we can take some mixed results alongside, but it was a good one for Remo Stars, Rivers United, Abia Warriors, and Kwara United in the continental engagement over the weekend. And also the Nigerian Premier Football League match the 5 with mouth-watering results across the various venues of games played in the country. And yes, it was a good outing for some athletes at the end of 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan. Yes, one lady sign off with the World Championship silver. That is the legendary Fraser Prize of Jamaica, the third fastest woman ever in the track, over the 100 meters. Yes, I'm Emmanuel Fashimi. These and many more on the show this morning as we take you around the world of sport, give you all of the updates of the happening in the world of sport. You know how we do it on the show. Yes, we'll start with Nigerian stories, and then before we'll dive to Europe. Yes, tonight, the Ballon d'Or will be coming up tonight. Who wins the Ballon d'Or for the men and women's best player of the year? We'll be looking at this on the show this morning, and also you will have the opportunity to call in on the show when I open the phone lines 0903 2229797 0903 2229797 0818 2222205 for WhatsApp, and also call that number 0818 2222206 090 2229797 0818 2222205. The Ballon d'Or tonight. Who wins the best player for the men and the women's category? So we will get to that story and give you all of the last three, the last people standing, and then you can make your prediction of who's going to go home with the award tonight. They will give you all of the weekend result in the Nigerian Premier Football League, in EPL, La Liga, German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, and the French Ligue 1. So we'll be giving you all of the weekend results. MPFL. Let's quickly start from the world of track as the 2025 World Athletics Championship marked the end of the season for Nigerian athletes in the JOS Nigeria, as Nathaniel has been on the Nigerian athletics scene 2022, but the year 2025 was his breakthrough season This season, he has broken the African indoor record twice, the Nigerian record multiple times, won the NCAA title, and also took a medal in the Diamond League. In Tokyo, Nathaniel broke a Nigerian record in the men's 400 meters hurdles in the final, again running 47.11 seconds to finish fourth. Ray Benjamin of the United States of America won gold in a time of 46.52 seconds, adding the world title to his Olympic crown. Alice Dos Santos of Brazil took silver in 46.84 seconds, while Abdurrahman Tamba of Qatar settled for bronze in a time of 47.06 seconds. He had earlier made history by being the first Nigerian man in 38 years to reach the 400 meters hurdles final at the World Championship. The last time we had an athlete in the 400 meters hurdles final was 38 years ago. That is 1987. And the name of the man who made it to that final was Henry Amike. Before Tokyo 2025, Nathaniel also medaled in the Diamond League final, bronze in the 400 meters hurdles in late August. Following on the top athletes performance, Nigerian performer for the year 2025, world record holder Tobiloba Amusan, aka Toby Express, had a point to prove in Tokyo, and she did it by winning a silver, which is Nigerian's only medal at the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Amusan won silver in the women's 100 meters hurdles final with a time of 12.29 seconds, winning her first global medal since 2023 Diamond League final. She was narrowly beaten by Ditaji Kabunji of Switzerland, who set a national record of 12.24 seconds for the gold. Before Tokyo 2025, some of Amusan's best performances came in Rabat Diamond League, where she ran 12.45 seconds to set a meet record in May, and the Paris Diamond League, where she ran her season best and second fastest time of 12.24 seconds in June. The 28-year-old joins Blessing Okagbare and Ese Brume as the only Nigerians with 2 World Championship medals. Following Tobiloba Amusan is Ajayi, that is Kain Shola Ajayi. Has been a revelation since hogging the spotlight in 2022. He would have loved to debut at the World Championship in 2023, but his appearance in 2025 was worth the wait. Although he finished 6th in the men's 100 meters final, clocking 10.00 seconds in the 10th final in Tokyo. Ajayi became the first Nigerian to make the men's 100 meters final in 18 years since Olusoji Fasuba in 2007. He finished 6th in the final, clocking 10.00 seconds. In the process, the 21-year-old ran the 6th top 10th race of his budding career in the semi-finals, posting a time of 9.93 seconds. In the heats, he ran a new personal best of 9.88 seconds, which made him the 3rd fastest Nigerian behind Fasuba, 9.85 seconds, and Divine Oduduro, 9.86 seconds. Following that list, on the 4th is Chukwuebuka Enekwechi in shot put. Enekwechi always shows up for Nigeria, and he is usually not too far from podium at Global Championship after being the only Nigerian at World Indoors this year. The 32-year-old returned to World Championship and finished 5th in the men's shot put final in Tokyo, recording a best throw of 21.52 meters. It was 3rd consecutive global final. It was his third consecutive global final. Earlier this year, he broke the African record again at the 2025 Prefontaine Classic in Eugene in July with a stunning throw of 22.10 meters. To finish 3rd in the most competitive one-day meet in athletics history, he is the first African ever to surpass the 22-meter barrier in the men's shot put and now holds 7 of the top 10 African all-time marks. Have the likes of Israel Okon, a national champion. Okon didn't make the final of the men's 100 meters in Tokyo, Japan. He had an impressive season. The 18-year-old, who is Nigeria's youngest competitor at the championship, impressed in his debut outing by advancing to the men's 100 meter semi-final after running 10.04 seconds to win his heat ahead of Britain's Daniel Hughes and Olympic champion Lamont Jacobs. Ocon returned for the semi-final in a stacked field that included eventual world champion Oblique Seville of Jamaica, Botswana Lesile Tibogo, and South Africa's Gift Liotelela. He clocked 10.14 seconds to finish 6th in his race, falling short of his spot in the final. The Auburn University star will hope to refocus and break the 10.00 seconds barrier next season. So these are some of the athletes that made Nigeria proud in the year 2025. Indeed, it was a night for Africans to shine at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan. Let's tell you this straight. Botswana burning desire to win a global men's 4x4 meters title could not be quenched either by a torrential downpour or a United States quartet set on maintaining its huge tradition in an event where gold has gone to the stars and stripes in 9 of the past 10 editions. So American has won the 9 past editions of the 4x4 men title. When U.S. anchor leg runner Ray Benjamin, the 400 meters hurdles champion, carried a 2-meter lead into the final straight, it seemed as if the U.S., despite what looked like a catastrophic start to this competition in the previous day's heat, were set for another visit to the top of the podium. Behind him, South Africa, winners at the World Athletics Relay and Olympic silver medalist Botswana appear to be contesting silver. And when Zakiti Nene, added to the team having finished 5th in the individual final, came on stronger. On the outside, it looked as if South Africa will win the contest and perhaps even put final pressure on Benjamin. But there was one final twist remaining on a track glistering with rain under the amply named floodlight as the slight figure of Colin Kembatinasipi somehow floated through the middle of his 2 challengers, just as he had in winning the individual 400-meter titles to bring Botswana home to their longed for gold in a time of 2 minutes 57 seconds. Benjamin, who had no chance to react to his final surge, edged the United States to silver by 0.02 of a second as they shared the same given time with South Africa's of 2.57 seconds. No one would have been happier for the result than Botswana second leg runner Leslie Tebogo, who had helped them take Olympic silver in Paris after winning the individual 200-meter title, but who had seen the other side of fortune in Tokyo after being disqualified for a false start in the 100 meters final and missing out on a 200-meter medal by 1 place despite clocking 19.65 seconds. Bogo had put Botswana back level with the United States after making up ground on Jack Pattinson on the second leg with a super fast split of 44.05. By Yapo Undori, the 400-meter bronze medalist and another of the Paris 2024 silver medalist, kept them in the hunt before handing over to Israel Talent of Kebinatipi who delivered once again in a stupendous fashion. Tebogo Delighted was the one to instigate Botswana celebration as the four young men in pale blue shirts high stepped their way deliriously through slushing puddles with a zest of Jenny Kelly in the singing in the rain. A United States quartet entirely different from the one that contested the final had finished outside qualification after coming home sixth in their heat, but they were able to progress after beating Kenya in a runoff earlier in the day after it had been decided that they had both been impeded by Zambian team who were subsequently disqualified. South Africa's challenge had been kept alive by an inspired third leg run from their 33-year-old 400-meter world record holder, Wayde van Niekerk. Fourth place went to the consistently talented Belgian team, who clocked 2 minutes 59 seconds ahead of Qatar in 3 minutes 01 seconds, with Great Britain taking sixth place in 3 minutes 0.03 seconds. All right, congratulations to Botswana for taking the gold in the men's 4x4. Let's tell you quickly that the United States of America finished clear at the top of the medal table at the 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo. They won 16 gold medals and 26 in total, more than double the number in both categories compared to Kenya, who finished second. It was a disappointing championship for Great Britain as they finished with 3 silver and 2 bronze medals. Let's tell you the top three. United States of America has 16 gold, 5 silver, and 5 bronze, to a total of 26 medals. Kenya followed on the second position with 7 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze, in total 11. Yes, Kenya also won the 800 meters gold. 800 meters gold in the women's 800 meters final. Canada came third with 3 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze, to total 5. And the Netherlands are fourth with 2 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze, to a total of 6. And the likes of Spain, New Zealand, Sweden, and Botswana all share number 5 position with 2 gold, 1 bronze, a total of 3 medals. Nigeria just winning 1 silver. That is courtesy of Toby Amusan's 100 meters hurdles women's final silver behind Sweden, who won the gold. Let's go back to the world of football quickly. All right, joining us on the show this morning is the media officer of the under-20 team of Nigeria. That's the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, who are far away in Chile, where the under-20 World Cup will be coming up. And they had a friendly game played over the weekend. And we have the media officer this morning, Sharif Abdullah, who is with the team far away in Chile. Sharif, welcome to Citizen Sports on 93.7 FM.
Well, good morning to you. It's a pleasure to have me live on your show.
Okay, yes, I think right there now is just 21 minutes past 5 a.m. in Chile, and here is just 9:21 here. So look at the time difference. How you doing this morning, and how is the team also doing?
Not bad at all. Trust me. We've been here for a week right now. I think exactly a week. And of course, the idea of coming here very early is just to acclimatize, so to say. And of course, play a couple of friendlies before the tournament proper.
Okay.
And we've already done that.
Okay. One friendly on Saturday, and it ended 1-1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A very good game, if you ask me, because this kind of games give you an idea of how the team is ready to face the task ahead. You know, at this stage of this tournament, I think it is of utmost importance for the team to get this kind of quality friendlies, so to say.
Okay.
And, playing a 1-0 draw against a very good team like the host nation Chile, trust me, is actually not bad. Even though we wanted to win, and of course got the first goal, but unfortunately, before the first 45 minutes, they equalized, and that was how the game ended in a 1-0 draw. But it wasn't a bad game for the Flying Eagles, and I think there are so many lessons to be learned. We still have another friendly before our first Group H game against Norway.
Okay. Yes. Talking about that, what is the fitness level of the team? Having that before you guys jetted out of the country, a player I can't recollect that name quickly. He was injured, and he was one of the I think part of the team, one of the strongest player we have the team. We have a lot of strong players there, but do you think that him being dropped affected the rhythm of the team?
Well, I actually don't have an idea of the particular player you're talking about.
This guy that was injured, I couldn't make it.
Oh, okay. I know. I have gotten the true picture of where you're heading to. I'm sure you're referring to the right fullback.
Yes.
In person of Adamu Megeri.
Yes, Adamu Megeri, that's the name.
Yeah, he has actually been part of the team right from the first tournament. I think the journey to Chile, which started last year in Togo. Adamu Megeri, the right fullback, who currently plies his trade with the Academy Warriors. Unfortunately, he got injured, but he has been replaced with another strong right fullback who actually plays for Reims in France, and has a lot of quality and has a lot to give to experience. Of course, he was one of the best performers, trust me, on Saturday against host nation Chile. And he has proven that, yes, that position will be well manned when the tournament gets underway against Norway. So I think that belongs to the past, if you ask me. Our main focus at the moment is how to, get the team ready. And, of course, how the players can, play as a team. And, of course, get the ultimate target of getting out of the group stage, getting to the round of 16, getting to the quarterfinal stage. Then we pick it up from there.
Okay, let's look at the team now. This how psychologically how are they ready?
Well, if you're talking about the team psyches, or rather the players, from what I have seen, these boys are battle ready. The game against Chile has proven to me on a personal note that yes, these boys have a lot to offer in the forthcoming tournament, because the game again, we needed the proceedings right from kickoff against Chile. We had a couple of chances, unfortunately, which we couldn't, capitalize on. But it wasn't a bad game for the Flying Eagles, trust me. Even though we were leading, 1-0 up in the, which we got to go from a set piece in the 18th minute via a defender, and of course, unfortunately, they equalized in the 30th. But overall, the Flying Eagles that are so hungry for success, that's the most important thing. And that's one of the reasons of playing this kind of friendlies. And we still have another friendly, or maybe like other colleagues call it a warm-up game against Australia, which will also give us a better and clearer picture of how the team wins Norway.
Okay. All right. Quickly, Bill. Now, let's look at how the boys are adapting to the weather of Chile.
Well, like I earlier said, the idea of coming here varies, camping exercise. The camping exercise is for the players to enticed by that. The weather here in Santiago is not just a bit cold, but is for a week now. So I am sure, not just the players, even as I'm talking to you, I believe I'm getting used to the weather.
Yeah, okay.
These players have been training this kind of weather for the past 7 days. So I don't want to believe that the weather will have an adverse effect on the players, because the whole idea of coming here early, playing this kind of friendly games in this kind of weather, is for the team to get ready before the tournament proper.
Okay, all right. Before the tournament proper, on the side of Coach Aliu Zubairu, he has promised that we are going to see a different team, and I believe he is working day and night to give us the best.
Well, certainly. I think one of the promises the head coach made immediately after the AFCON tournament is, to beef off the team. Which from the list, I'm sure you've seen a lot of players that are, unfortunately couldn't make it to the World Cup. It tells you that, yes, what he wants at the moment is a different game entirely, because we're coming to a tournament where we showcase to the world that we have an abundance of talent in Nigerian football. So the team has been beefed up. And I believe this. He's made the best selection, so to say, and I am confident that these boys have a lot of quality, and of course, which we believe will be displayed to Nigerians in the first game against Norway, which comes up next week, to be placed on the 29th of this month.
Okay. All right. Before I let you go, quickly, one last question. Are there any challenges right now in the camp, in the team, injury worries, and any little knock? Because on that friendly day, we saw the way the team play, saw some of the highlights of those games. Any challenge at all?
Well, talking about knocks, I think during the training session yesterday, about three players didn't join the other players to train. But I don't think at the moment there is any cause for alarm or probably they need to press the panic button. It's just a minor knock on a couple of players. I think about 3 of them, which is managed carefully by the medical team of the Flying Eagles. So 3 players in person of I think Ayuma Israel, and of course Sani Suleiman is also had a minor knock, which actually led to him not even featuring for the Flying Eagles on Saturday. But like I earlier said, there is no need to press the panic button at the moment. These players will surely be ready and fit, hopefully for tomorrow's game against Australia before we head to Talca, because at the moment we're in Santiago for the training camp, and Talca is about 255 kilometers from the city of Santiago, and that's where we're going to play our group games. Of course, the game against Norway, as well as the game against Saudi Arabia and probably Colombia.
Yes, okay. All right. Thank you, Sheriff Abla, for that information. The friendly against Australia tomorrow, what time is it coming up?
Well, the friendly against Australia is coming up 5 p.m. That's local time here, and if you I think 5 p.m. local time here should be like Nigerian time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, indeed. Okay, all right, that is Sheriff Abla. Thanks for joining us on the show, and we will be speaking to you as the competition starts, and we wish the Super I can call them the Super Flying Eagles. Let me use that because they are super. We wish them well in the competition, and subsequently we will be speaking with you to give us all of the happenings in Chile.
It's always a pleasure to talk about the Flying Eagles, and of course, my doors are always open, and just to update you and Nigerians by extension about the happenings of and Flying Eagles right here in the city of Santiago.
All right, thank you, Sheriff Abla. Well, thank you for joining us, and it was a lovely one from Chile this morning.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thanks.
That is Sheriff Allah, the Flying Eagles media officer, talking to us this morning. Yes, the Flying Eagles will keep a date with the Australians on the 20 team come tomorrow at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Is their second friendly game before they will leave Santiago in Chile. Their destination that is Trancao, where they will play against Colombia, Norway in their group, and Qatar at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 Men's World Cup. Stay talking about national team now. Let's switch the national team. The Falconets, they call them, as Nigeria Falconets continue their quest. Nigeria Falconets continue their quest to reach the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup tournament, set to hold in Poland by beating Rwanda 1-0 in their first leg qualification fixture in Kigali. That was yesterday. The two-time World Cup finalists gave themselves a huge chance ahead of the reverse fixture after needing a second-half goal to see out the East African nation. The opening half saw both teams try to cancel out each other, but with Rwanda more concerned in keeping up their defensive shape against their more illustrious opposition. Both sides went into the halftime interval with the scores remaining goalless that yesterday. However, in the second half of the game, it was saw a U-turn in the fortunes of Nigerian team as Janet Akekerumowe powered home a header off a corner to give the West Africans the lead in the 70th minute. Rwanda made an attempt in a bid to grab the leveler, while the resolute Falconet defense remained compact as they saw out the victory. The second leg will take place at the Lakon Salami Stadium in Ibadan. That is on Saturday, September the 27th, with the winner moving on to the third round of the qualifiers, where they will meet either Senegal or Algeria. So the other 20 men's team, under 20 boys team, are in Chile for their own World Cup proper, while the ladies, the girls, are playing their qualifiers. So 1-0 in favor of this Falconets of Rwanda. The second leg is bid for this weekend at the Lakon Salami Stadium in Ibadan. Let's quickly switch our attention to the continent, where Nigerian champions